What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97, and welcome to Monday Night Raw. We have an incredible show in store for you this week, coming to you live from Santa Clara, California. Of course, as per usual, we will be featuring two King of the Ring qualifying matchups. However, these two matchups will be the final qualifiers for the Raw brand. That's right, next week, right here on Monday Night Raw, the King of the Ring tournament proper will begin. Now, on the next episode of SmackDown, we'll get to take a look at the brackets, but for right now, this will be one of those two qualifying matchups. This one will be Sami Zayn taking on the Brian Kendrick. A bit of a rematch from a few months ago. Sami Zayn and Brian Kendrick had squared off once before on Monday Night Raw, and it was Brian Kendrick who came out on top. Sami Zayn, he's got a chance to get that win back here tonight. Of course, Zayn trying to get himself back on the right path, coming off of his major victory over Adrian Neville at SummerSlam. And Sami Zayn, perhaps this could be the time for him to break out here on Monday Night Raw. Zayn, he's had a very rough go of it since really arriving at last year's SummerSlam. He just hasn't been able to find a foothold here on the Raw brand. But tonight, this could be the start of something good for Zayn. But then again, maybe it's going to be the start of something big for Brian Kendrick. Because as we know, the Brian Kendrick, he had a less than stellar showing at SummerSlam. He wasn't involved in a match per se, but he did show up in the United States Championship matchup. He played a bit of a factor there. He was trying to come down to the ring and cost Noam Dar the match. Instead, he ended up, Sin Cara took him out. So Brian Kendrick, he ended up inadvertently costing Sin Cara the match, and he ended up giving the assist to Noam Dar. So Brian Kendrick, we saw him return last week to just have a bit of a stare down with Dar. But we know that Noam Dar opted not to compete in this King of the Ring tournament. Dar said there was nothing for him to gain from it, nothing that he could benefit from participating in it. So Brian Kendrick, he's not going to get a shot at Noam Dar through this tournament, but perhaps Kendrick, after his failing at SummerSlam, perhaps he just wants to rid himself of Dar, so he's trying to take a different path. Perhaps try to go for the World Heavyweight title, maybe even the WWE title through this King of the Ring tournament. Of course, the winner will go on to, the winner of the entire tournament, not just this one matchup, obviously, but the winner of this King of the Ring tournament will go on to the main event of Survivor Series to challenge for either the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship. They get to choose one title or the other. It is not brand exclusive, so if a Raw superstar wants to go to SmackDown and maybe try to dethrone Kevin Owens as WWE Champion, they can do that. And the same goes for SmackDown and Raw's World Heavyweight Championship. But focusing back on the matter at hand, Brian Kendrick able to duck out of a suplex attempt by Sami Zayn. Now Sami Zayn stacked on his shoulders here by a crucifix. No, but he's not going to get the win just yet. Brian Kendrick tried to sneak in a pinfall there, but Sami Zayn able to kick out. Now Kendrick with a bit of a receipt for Sami Zayn. The kick to the face, now a kick to the back. And now we're going to see that mean streak of the Brian Kendrick as he just pummels Sami Zayn. Punch after punch to the side of Zayn's temple. Of course, later on tonight, we will have one more King of the Ring qualifier, and that should be an exciting matchup as well. But for right now, it's Sami Zayn trying to fight off Brian Kendrick there with a couple of stiff shots. As Kendrick gets up to his feet, but here comes Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn tilt-a-whirl inside cradle, and he's got the legs hooked. Kendrick stacked on his shoulder. Sami Zayn looking to sneak in the win there, but he did not get it. Of course, later on in this show, we will see the Revival in tag team action as they attempt to become #1 contenders for the Outcasts Raw tag team titles. So the Revival will be in action later on this evening. And of course, cannot forget the main event. The World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line, as it'll be Cesaro defending in a triple threat against Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. So like I said, very exciting installment of Raw for you here from Santa Clara. But right now, Brian Kendrick trying to take the excitement out of this crowd, trying to take the fight out of Sami Zayn. A couple of stiff elbows to the side of Zayn's head. Sami Zayn trying to get up to his feet, but Brian Kendrick just going to grab him by the head, drive him back down into the canvas, And now Kendrick. Oh, Kendrick just raking the back. Nothing pretty about that. But Kendrick drops Sami Zayn down to the reverse DDT and now just soaking in the boos from the crowd. Of course, Sami Zayn, ever the fan favorite here. So Kendrick. Oh, no. Kendrick in a bad situation now as he went for what looked like a senton off the middle rope. But he crashed and burned, and then Sami Zayn took him down to the half Nelson suplex. And now Sami Zayn's starting to heat up. Brian Kendrick whipped off the ropes. Sami Zayn ducks underneath. Look at Sami Zayn. Oh, he's got him all out of sorts. A beautiful arm drag by Sami Zayn. And now the knife edge chops lighting up Brian Kendrick. As Kendrick now caught in the grasp of Sami Zayn with a slingshot suplex, beautifully executed. As Sami Zayn, ever the showman, wants to give these people a good performance tonight, but most importantly, Sami Zayn wants to move on to the King of the Ring tournament. Of course, last year, Sami Zayn was unable to even qualify for the tournament, so he's looking to rectify that this time around. Look at this. Oh! DDT off the top rope. DDT off the top rope. Hook of the leg by Sami Zayn. That might do it. Kendrick might be out. Kendrick able to kick out. Sami Zayn a near fall, but the match will continue as now he delivers the elbow drop. Brian Kendrick still reeling from the impact of that DDT. One of Sami Zayn's most devastating maneuvers. Oh, but Kendrick able to dodge what looked like an attempted European uppercut. Then he caught Zayn right on the jaw with a super kick. And now Brian Kendrick, look at this. Brian Kendrick, the standing sliced bread. He's got the cover now. Zayn's in trouble. Zayn's in trouble. No! But Zayn survives. He hangs on. Brian Kendrick, a brilliant move to turn the tables in this matchup. Unable to put Zayn away, though. He will have to continue, as now you can see the frustration flowing out of Brian Kendrick. The malice behind each kick. There's now... No, wait. Sami Zayn able to block. Ducks under. And now look at this. Sunset flip over the top. And again, Kendrick, his shoulders are down, but not even a 1 count. Kendrick immediately kicks out. There's the defiance from the Brian Kendrick. But Sami Zayn a punch to the midsection. Oh, knife edge chop got blocked. And a stiff headbutt. Stiff headbutt by the Brian Kendrick and another one. Brian Kendrick. Doing whatever he can. Oh, well, look at this now. Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn. Blue Thunderbomb. Blue Thunderbomb. 2. No. Once again, a near fall for Sami Zayn. Brian Kendrick just barely stays alive as now Zayn gonna go up top to the high rent district. And the Brian Kendrick, he's stunned. He's off balance. Sami Zayn, this could be the moment to put him away. Here we go. Drop kick. No. Zayn went for the missile drop kick off the top. Brian Kendrick ducked out of the way. Sami Zayn, wise move to roll to the outside here to try to recover, but he's still out of it. He just got the wind knocked out of him when he missed that drop kick. And now Brian Kendrick, the boot to the side of the head. Of course, the last time these two fought, it was, a very similar situation. Sami Zayn crashed and burned off a high-risk move. And that gave Brian Kendrick the opening to put him away. Will we perhaps see a repeat of that here tonight? As right now, things are not looking too good for Sami Zayn. The underdog from the underground just got driven into the steel stairs. Brian Kendrick now looking to try to muscle him. Oh! Trying to muscle him up there, but it's not happening. Sami Zayn able to block. I think Sami Zayn still a little off balance. Not all these strikes are connected, but Sami Zayn still showing the heart of a warrior. Trying to fight Kendrick off here. Is now Kendrick going to get draped across the barricade. And Sami Zayn with a bit of a receipt to Brian Kendrick. But the referee continues to count. Zayn's got to get him back inside the ring, and he does. Referee to a count of 8, but Sami Zayn up on the apron now. He's going to bring himself back into the ring as Kendrick now. Kendrick pulls himself to his feet, but a springboard drop kick by Sami Zayn. And now Sami Zayn saying, let's go. As he could be looking to channel his second wind. Brian Kendrick whipped into the corner. And Sami Zayn, no! Went for the splash in the corner. Kendrick got out of the way. And Kendrick again. Kendrick drops him again. With the standing sliced bread. Sami Zayn, he appears to be out cold. He's trying to get to his feet, but Brian Kendrick, he can feel it. we could very well just see a repeat from a couple of months ago. As Brian Kendrick now just viciously stomping away on Sami Zayn. Kendrick now. No. Counter by Sami Zayn with a boot to the midsection. Oh no. And now Kendrick caught in the clutches of Sami Zayn. The Koji clutch, to be more precise. As Zayn now. No. Kendrick, he had to escape that as quickly as he could. Otherwise, it could have spelled certain disaster, and he did manage to get out of it. Oh no. Oh no, and now certain disaster for Sami Zayn as he's caught in the bully choke. The bully choke is applied by the Brian Kendrick. This is the move that defeated Sami Zayn in their last confrontation, but Sami Zayn trying to fight. Sami Zayn trying to dig down into the reserves, and he manages to escape. Kendrick unable to put him away. Oh, and what a drop kick. Pop-up drop kick by Sami Zayn. And Kendrick trying to pull himself to the corner, but that's not where you want to be when you're fighting Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn lining him up. Haluva kick. Haluva kick right on the button. Cover by Zayn. 1, 2, 3. That's ball game, folks. And your winner is Sami Zayn. He will go on to this year's King of the Ring tournament. And the Brian Kendrick comes up short on this occasion, comes up short yet again. And things continue to go from bad to worse for the Brian Kendrick, but for Sami Zayn, business only continues to pick up. The massive victory over Adrian Neville at SummerSlam continues to push Sami Zayn forward. He's got momentum on his side. And I'm thinking this might just be Sami Zayn's year to do it. Last year, he didn't even qualify for the King of the Ring. But this year, he's going to the tournament, and he will face the winner of our final Monday Night Raw qualifier later on tonight. Of course, there will be 2 more qualifiers on SmackDown, so stay tuned for that. But wait a minute now, look at the stage. The Brian Kendrick disappointed after his loss, but he's got a guest waiting for him. It's the United States champion, Noam Dar. And Noam Dar, well, taking the time to make fun of Brian Kendrick, to mock him after his loss. Kendrick not having any of it. He's not dealing with that. He's just going to walk his way out of the arena. But of course, later on tonight in our main event, this will be for the World Heavyweight Championship. It'll be Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor, the Demon, versus the World Champ Cesaro. And now look at this backstage. That's Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan of the Riot Squad is backstage. Undoubtedly, she's got to be looking for Beth Phoenix. We saw Beth Phoenix take out Liv Morgan on SmackDown, ruin whatever plan the Riot Squad had to interfere in the matchup between Naomi and Carmella. Of course, we still have that Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way match currently on hold because the match has been delayed due to ongoing contract negotiations with the Riot Squad. But now Sarah Logan's backstage still, and again, like those 3 are not currently contracted with the WWE. Negotiations are still ongoing. But with Sarah Logan back there, you never know what could happen. So I have no idea whether or not Beth Phoenix is even in the building tonight, but Sarah Logan's back there looking for her, and whether or not she is, that could spell disaster for the women's locker room. Anybody could just get caught in the crossfires. But to move on to the topic at hand, we've got tag team action as the Revival look to stake their claim for the tag team titles. But wait a minute. Well, look at this. We've got a new tag team on the block. The new kids in town. These are the Street Profits. Montez Ford to your right, Angelo Dawkins to your left. The Street Profits make their debut on Monday Night Raw tonight against the Revival. That matchup's coming up next, and of course, there's a lot riding on this for the Revival. They want a shot at the Outcasts, at the Raw Tag Team titles. And Dolph Ziggler said that if they can win this matchup tonight, they will get that shot. But if they lose, well, this could be huge for the Street Profits. Maybe they could just slide right in and take that shot away from them. That would be a tremendous, first impression for the Street Profits. Can they get the job done? Clearly the crowd out there enjoying this. The crowd's having fun with this flamboyant entrance, you could say, of the Street Profits. And of course, these 2 men, charisma for days. The Revival, that's one thing that the Revival doesn't really have. They don't have that kind of charisma. They don't try to play up to the crowd. But clearly the Street Profits, they're a bit different. They like to go out there and have some fun. And perhaps try to play some mind games with the Revival. You see there's Angelo Dawkins. He says he's stirring up greatness. Well, we'll see if they can stir up a victory tonight over the Revival, and if they can, concoct the ultimate plan to propel themselves to a Raw Tag Team title shot. This could be huge for the Street Profits. As the referee rings the bell, this match will get underway. And look at that, Angelo Dawkins straight out of the gate, wasting no time, just about broke Dash Wilder in half with a spear. And now the Revival immediately on the back foot. Look at that, a 360 splash in the corner from Dawkins. And that's a big man throwing his weight around. Dash Wilder, he's on the back foot early here. They weren't prepared for this. The Revival had no idea who they were going to be fighting tonight. I'm sure they certainly did not expect the Street Profits. I mean, do the Revival even know who these guys are? Do they? Well, if they're going to get caught off guard either way, well, this is going to be the ultimate opportunity for the Street Profits. If they're going up against two guys who don't really know what they're about. I mean, we don't really know what the Street Profits are bringing to the table. So this is the ultimate chance for them to perhaps get the upset victory here. As you can know, Dawkins was trying to go for the tag there, but Dash Wilder finally starting to gather his wits. Finally able to fight off Dawkins here. Preventing the tag to Montez Ford. And now it's Dash Wilder just stomping the chest of Angelo Dawkins. Of course, the Revival, they attacked the Outcasts backstage a couple of weeks ago. And then it was last week that they ended up fighting into the crowd, the Outcasts and the Revival. The Outcasts with a bit of retaliation. Oh, look at this now. Oh, cooking up some tag team maneuvers right here. Beautiful combination of strikes right there. And Montez Ford, you can see Montez Ford heating up. Just look at this. Montez Ford, he's having fun. But of course, you got to be careful. Clearly, Ford, he's got a bit of an ego, but he's got to watch that. He's got to keep himself in check when he's going up against the Revival, a well-oiled machine like the Revival. Because the Revival, when it comes to tag team fundamentals, one of the best in the biz. Oh, nice elbow drop there by Montez Ford. Of course, the Revival, it's almost surprising that they have not captured the tag team titles yet in Universe Mode. They have been mighty impressive in the matches they've had. Oh, but speaking of impressive, what a move by Montez Ford, the cover on Dash Wilder, but Scott Dawson gets in there to break it up. Oh, but now look at this, look at that. A full Nelson slam by Angelo Dawkins. He just dropped Scott Dawson right on his own partner. So two for the price of one there from Dawkins. And right now the Street Profits are rolling. The Revival are in huge trouble. Drop toe hold into the elbow drop. Expertly done by the Street Profits. And right now it's the Revival who are getting schooled at their own game. As Dawkins looking for... No. He was looking for a suplex. Dash Wilder able to counter. Now off the ropes goes Angelo Dawkins straight into a reverse elbow from Dash Wilder. And now it looks like Wilder going to try to make the tag to Scott Dawson. And indeed he makes it. As now look at this. Tag team combination into the back suplex from Dawson, who for the first time in this matchup finally gets to be the legal participant. And he's looking to make good on that opportunity. As now, oh, he's going to go to the leg. This is signature Revival here. Try to go to the basement. Try to take out the foundation of their opponents. And we know that Scott Dawson has a devastating submission hold that really just looks to destroy the legs, the knees of his opponents. So, I mean, that's not the only weapon that the Revival have at their arsenal. Like I said, they're tremendous when it comes to tag team fundamentals. And yeah, they're willing to bend the rules. They will exploit the mechanics of a tag team match to their full potential. But of course, working away on the legs as well, something they're really good at. But you always have to watch out for the devastating shatter machine. I mean, the Revival, their assault, it's multifaceted. You never quite know what you're going to get in a match with them. They can hit you from a couple of different angles. Now look at this. Oh! Assisted gut buster there from Dash and Dawson. As Dawkins trying to get to his feet, but again, well, I said that the Revival were getting schooled earlier, but now class is in session for Angelo Dawkins, as Scott Dawson with a kick straight to the leg, as the Revival there giving up a lesson in Tag Team 101. And now look at Dawson, just the disrespect, the boots to the back of a downed Dawson, to the back of his head. And again, into the corner, it's a revolving door. Tag once again made to Dash Wilder. And it looks like they're going to go back to the leg once again. And of course, if Dawkins can't walk over to make the tag to Montez Ford, well, I mean, he's never going to be able to make that tag if he can't walk. So divide and conquer, the strategy of the Revival. It's paying dividends at the moment. Is Dash Wilder feeling pretty confident, as he's going to go right back again to the leg. You know, there's nothing flashy about this. There's no flips, no high-octane offense from the Revival. That's not what they're about. No flips, just fists. That's how they roll. Oh, my God! But again, Dash Wilder gets caught with a spear. The adrenaline flowing through... Oh! Angelo Dawkins gave him a moment of an opening, but even then, didn't give him enough time to get over to his own corner to make a tag, and now he's still caught. Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute, he's able to slip through, able to slip away. Dash Wilder makes a huge mistake, and Montez Ford is now in this matchup. He hits the ring like a ball of fire. As down goes Dash Wilder. Oh, and Scott Dawson was calling him out. And Montez Ford takes him down, sunset flip powerbomb, while Dawson tried to play a distraction on Montez Ford, and he paid the price himself. There's now Dash Wilder's in trouble. Dash trying to stumble to his feet. Montez Ford from behind. No. Kick to the leg. As they've been working away on the leg of Angelo Dawkins. Going to try to do the same to Montez Ford here. Ugh. Fireman's carry backbreaker from Dash Wilder. And now Dash is going to throw Montez Ford into the corner. He's cut off the momentum. Cut down the rally. And now what's this? What is this? Oh, this is... No, 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 no! Might have just blown out his knee. That stomp off the top rope from Scott Dawson. Montez Ford now bounces out of the corner. Dawson, a kick to the back. But I mean, they might have just destroyed Montez Ford's knee. And now, surely enough, Scott Dawson gonna go for the submission. He's gonna go in for the kill. Dawkins has been taken out. Montez Ford nowhere to go. He's forced to tap out. And the Revival, business as usual. They go out there, they get the job done, and they punch their ticket for a future tag team championship opportunity against the champions, Heath Slater and Bo Dallas of the Outcasts. So it'll be the Revival versus the Outcasts somewhere down the road. The Revival, they've earned their title shot. And, well, for the Street Profits, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. Going to go back to square one. Because the element of surprise was not enough. Was not enough for them to put away the Revival tonight. The Revival, they're just too good. They're rolling right now. And they could be on their way to becoming the next Raw Tag Team Champions. I mean, it's hard to deny that they are impressive, that they have the ability to get the job done. Whoa, wait a minute. There's Sarah Logan again backstage. This time, appears as though she's been cut off by Stephanie McMahon. I don't know what they're talking about here, but it looks as though Stephanie McMahon escorting Sarah Logan out of the building. Surely she's got security backing her. I don't know what... Didn't have any audio there. I'm not sure what was being discussed between those two. But luckily, tonight, it seems as though we have averted a crisis in the form of Sarah Logan. Okay, I'm being told that Beth Phoenix is not in the building tonight. Thank goodness for that, because if she was, well, things could have gotten chaotic real quick. And we know that the last few episodes of Monday Night Raw have been pretty hectic, pretty chaotic. Dolph Ziggler trying to cut down on the chaos. And Stephanie McMahon as well here tonight, trying to keep the women's division under control. I don't know if this appearance from Logan tonight, what that's how that's going to affect the ongoing negotiations with the Riot Squad, but we'll have to wait for an update there. Right now, this is the second King of the Ring qualifier of the evening, the final King of the Ring qualifier for Monday Night Raw. Who is going to fight Sami Zayn? Who is going to represent the red brand in that 8th slot? We're going to find out, as it will be Fandango of the Party Animals, flanked by Rhino and No Way Jose. It'll be Fandango going one-on-one with this man, formerly of the Hype Bros, now the solo bro, Mojo Rawley. And clearly the crowd does not seem to be too supportive of Mojo Rawley, which is interesting because, I mean, the last time we saw Mojo Rawley, he was getting the stuffing beaten out of him by Samoa Joe. And, you know, Mojo, since then, he decided, I want to go on my own. I want to try to be a single superstar. He wants to try to get better. He doesn't want to be the guy who just gets beaten up, who just gets, you know, mocked by Samoa Joe. He wants to be a threat in his own right, and evidently he thought that Zack Ryder was holding him back. So the Hype Bros are no more, and now this is the final King of the Ring qualifier. Mojo Rawley going up against the one and only Fandango. And you can hear the crowd, they're Fandangoing, they're getting into this one. As Fandango throw it. Oh, come on! Well, Fandango having some fun with the crowd. Mojo Rawley immediately takes the crowd out of it. And just trying to chop down the foundation of Fandango here. Oh! Clubbing blow to the back, you can see there. At ringside, Fandango flanked by his new party animals, his new crew, so to speak. His squad. He's got Rhino and No Way Jose. Oh! Watching on at ringside, but they're not much they can do here. As Mojo Rawley took him down to the suplex. Of course, Fandango has been training for this. You know, under the tutelage of Rhino, Fandango perhaps looking to show us what he's got, try to show us the fruits of his training. As Fandango goes off the ropes now. Mojo Rawley gonna get taken down to the neck, but no. He's able to block it. Able to block it. And just clocked Fandango. Bone to bone, a headbutt. Nothing pretty about that. And now Mojo Rawley's just pummeling Fandango here. And look at this viciousness from Mojo Rawley. Who knew he had a mean streak quite like this? Well, Fandango, I had hopes for the guy. I mean, he's had quite a losing streak as of late. I was really hoping that... I gotta be honest. I mean, Fandango, he's been around for a while. He's been down on his luck, really. I mean, he's been alone for all this time trying to find a party animal. Nobody would join up with him, but here he's finally found some friends in the form of Rhino and No Way Jose. They were willing to train him, to work alongside him. But, I mean, so far it doesn't seem like any of that's paying off for Fandango. As Mojo Rawley, well, the party pooper, so to speak, he's out here to kill the party. Looking to kill Fandango's buzz. As Fandango, again, just backed into a corner. Mojo Rawley continues to strike away. I mean, this is going to be disappointing. I'm not going to lie. I'm supposed to be unbiased as a commentator, but I'm going to be disappointed if Fandango doesn't get the job done here tonight. Jesus, back suplex off the top rope. That might do it. I think Fandango's done. Mojo Rawley into the cover. Fandango, he's in trouble. 1, 2... No! Fandango the kick out. Fandango the kick out. You can see No Way Jose looks a little concerned, but Rhino just seems to be laser focused. Of course, Rhino was the man who trained Fandango, so you'd think if anybody, he would know what Fandango is capable of. Oh, no. Well, that might do it. The superplex off the top might not have done it, but the cover again by Mojo off the spinning. No! Fandango kicks out again. The spinning full Nelson slam from Mojo Rawley, not enough. You can see now Rhino's starting to look a little concerned. Rhino, I mean, maybe he still needs to train Fandango a little more. No, wait! Fandango the reversal! Fandango the reversal! And here comes Fandango! The rally is on. Fandango with the comeback. As the head scissor sends Mojo Rawley to the outside. Mojo wasn't expecting that. Well, I think Fandango was going to launch himself to the outside, but he... Oh, no. Well, that didn't work. That did not work for the party animals. Fandango looked... Maybe he got cold feet. He was going to jump to the outside for a second there, but he stopped short. But nonetheless, that's not stopping him from going on the attack right now. As Fandango swinging those hips. Oh! And the neck breaker. You know, Fandango, if he's going to beat you down, he's going to do it with style. As Fandango now. Again, ever the showman, Fandango trying to get the crowd behind him. That's what's going to fuel him to victory tonight. If the crowd can support him to a victory, this would be a major turnaround for Fandango, but Mojo turns this match around with that vicious shot to the chest. Took the wind. Not only did it take the wind out of Fandango, it took the wind out of this arena. It took the wind out of his sails. There's now the suplex again. I think that might have been it. I think that might have been Fandango's final rally. As Mojo Rawley again lifts him up. Vertical suplex a second time. I mean, come on, Fandango. You got to turn this around. If Fandango can't get the job done here, I mean, that might just be it for him. Oh, Fandango blocks. Fandango, block the third. And now, Mojo Rawley, shoulders down. Shoulders down, Fandango, looking to catch him off guard. Fandango gets the win. Fandango with a major victory over Mojo Rawley tonight. His losing streak has been snapped. Fandango is going on to fight Sami Zayn in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Oh, no. Fandango, he won the match fair and square. And now Mojo Rawley, he's throwing a fit. Mojo, oh, come on. I mean, the match is... Wait a minute, Rhino. The man beast has hit the ring. And look at this. Mojo Rawley and Rhino. The stare down. Fandango has been taken out by Mojo. But Rhino coming to the aid of his disciple. And now there's No Way Jose. Fandango's friend going over there. And you're kidding me. Well, No Way Jose is going to carry a lifeless Fandango out of this arena. And the fact remains that Fandango won that match. But now it looks like... Are we going to get an impromptu match between Rhino and Mojo Rawley? Well, that looks like that's what we're going to get. Mojo... I mean... Rhino isn't even dressed to compete, but Mojo... It appears as though he wasn't done fighting. And now he's got a fight with Rhino on his hands. So, okay, we have an impromptu matchup here, as it's Rhino out here in his, his business attire, so to speak. He's got his dress pants, he's got a nice shirt. Certainly not the usual singlet he wears to the ring, but I guess he's doing this to defend the honor of his disciple Fandango. And now look at this, Rhino, he's coming back now. Rhino with the strikes to Mojo Rawley is Mojo. I mean, let's be honest. Oh, what a clothesline by Rhino. Rhino now starting to heat up here. I mean, Mojo was just completely just bullying Fandango out there. I mean, the match was over. Mojo took a cheap shot. And now Rhino, he's going to return the favor. He's going to say, hey, you're going to pick on my pupil. Well then, hey, I will teach you a thing or two. Rhino now. Oh, spear in the corner. Or should I say a gore in the corner. And Mojo, well, this is what you get. When you poke the beast, you get the horns. Or I guess in this case, you put away the party. I don't know. I can't make the metaphor. But right now, Mojo Rawley, well, this might not have been a fight that he wanted. He might have bitten off more than he could chew. Because Rhino in the corner. Rhino, gore! 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 And Mojo Rawley, well, this would be the ultimate humiliation if he loses here. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Rhino makes short work of Mojo Rawley, so that's 2 losses in one night for Mojo. He gets rolled up by Fandango, and now he gets gored out of his boots by the man beast. And, well, if he wasn't before, I guess this means that Rhino has just earned himself a contract on Monday Night Raw as part of the new Superstar Initiative. So I guess props to Rhino. He had a little something to benefit from this as well. So Fandango advances to the first round in the King of the Ring tournament. He will fight Sami Zayn. And now Rhino officially a Raw Superstar. So I guess all that's left is No Way Jose. He's the only one left of the party animals to, earn himself a Raw contract. But wait a minute, backstage, that's Jeff Hardy and Luke Gallows, as Gallows is just, chair shot after chair shot. Gallows is just assaulting Jeff Hardy backstage in the locker room. Well, of course, last week, Matt Hardy scored the victory over Carl Anderson in singles action. And now it's the Hardy Boys in the club. Gallows and Anderson, Matt and Jeff, they are doing battle, waging war backstage. We are just moments away from our world title matchup. But backstage, it is utter chaos. It's Jeff Hardy. No! Power bombed into a locker by Luke Gallows. Meanwhile, Matt and Carl Anderson still duking it out in the hallway here. Oh, but things are not looking too good for Matt Hardy. Things are going to go from bad to worse. His brother Jeff power bombed into a locker. And now Matt himself power bombed onto that equipment box. Carl Anderson and Gallows sending a direct message to the Hardy Boys. Their business is not yet finished. Now a cutter delivered by Carl Anderson, by Machine Gun Carl Anderson. And that's payback for last week. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event of the evening. This one is for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's a triple threat, as Cesaro, the Swiss Superman, defends against the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, and this man, the Demon, Finn Balor. And of course, Dolph Ziggler stated last week that Triple H has been banned from the building, so there will be no interference, or at least that's what Ziggler claims. There will be no interference from Triple H, so we can settle this in the ring. Balor, Joe, Cesaro. Main event of Monday Night Raw. The first time in quite some time that a world title has been defended on the red brand. But this matchup, to quote the great Murph's YT13, this match has combustible written all over it. This one is going to be hellacious, a pay-per-view quality clash, but it is your main event of Monday Night Raw. As Finn Balor, the Demon, makes his awe-inspiring entrance to the ring. Balor made his return at SummerSlam by laying out Samoa Joe, and then the next night on Monday Night Raw, laying out the world champion himself. And then, of course, just 2 weeks ago, Balor booked his way into this matchup by getting a roll-up victory over Samoa Joe. It was an incredible clash, but Balor and Joe both, it seemed as though they still were able to pull some punches. Balor able to sneak in the win, and I don't think we really got to see Balor go all out. I don't think we really got to see Samoa Joe go all out. But tonight, there's nothing stopping them, nothing to hold them back. So I think, are finally going to get to see the Demon show us his full potential for the first time since Battleground, when he first appeared. Of course, as I said 2 weeks ago, Finn Balor, not the same man we used to know, not the man who held the tag team titles. No, the Demon is a totally different monster. Finn Balor, he has, this shot at the world title, it's been a long time coming. Balor has fought Cesaro once before, but that was pre-Demon. That was before Balor had released his restraints, before Balor had really become unhinged. So now tonight, we will see if the Demon has what it takes to do what the original Finn Balor could not do, and that is defeat Cesaro and take away his World Heavyweight Championship. But then, of course, there's this man. The massive roadblock standing in Balor's path. The man who believes he should be the World Heavyweight Champion right now. And rightfully so. Because Samoa Joe, he did defeat Cesaro at SummerSlam. He forced him to pass out in the Coquina Clutch. But Triple H overturned the decision, claiming that Samoa Joe's shoulders were on the canvas before Cesaro passed out. When we reviewed the tape, clearly that was not the case. Triple H was blowing smoke out of his ass, but the fact remains that Triple H had the authority to overrule the decision on that night, and that is why this matchup is taking place. That's why this matchup was announced, to try to rectify the wrongs that Triple H committed, and perhaps to give justice to the Samoan submission machine. But that, of course, is if Joe can win. I mean, even if Joe had defeated Cesaro and Triple H hadn't overturned the decision, Cesaro would have had a rematch clause anyway. So, Joe and Cesaro, they would have clashed eventually, but Finn Balor threw himself into the mix as well, so I'm sure Joe is not, these aren't the ideal conditions he was hoping for, but it's what he's got to deal with. And Joe, as I said, was defeated by Balor 2 weeks ago, right here on Monday Night Raw. So Joe, he's got unfinished business with Balor, and he's got unfinished business with the Swiss Superman, Cesaro. Are you ready for an uppercut party here in Santa Clara, California? Because Cesaro, he's bringing the pain. He's bringing the Cesaro section, and he is an uppercut above the rest. The King of Swing, the Swiss Superman, World Heavyweight Champion, many nicknames, many accolades behind this man, Cesaro. But of course, all that matters tonight is whether or not he can defeat Balor and Joe in the same match and walk away with the world title still in his possession. As I said, he was beaten by Joe. He passed out in his match with Joe at SummerSlam. So Cesaro has a big chip on his shoulder. Will he be able to erase the controversy and get the win the right way tonight? Well, we're going to find out. As Cesaro, of course, he hasn't been very pleased with the interference from Triple H, so I'm sure he, just as much as Samoa Joe, is excited to know, is pleased to know that Dolph Ziggler is watching their back. Dolph Ziggler has banned Triple H from the building. He's got security all over this place. So hopefully this matchup will go off without a hitch, and hopefully we will be able to settle things once and for all right here tonight in the main event. As the crowd, interestingly enough, the crowd supporting Finn Balor early on here. But look at this, Samoa Joe just looks away, just ignores the demon, and it looks like Joe and Cesaro are going to try to finish what they started at SummerSlam. Well, Finn Balor, now it looks like the demon is going to get himself a piece of the action. He doesn't like being ignored. Sling Blade takes down Samoa Joe, and now the knife edge chop delivered to Cesaro. Balor off the ropes with a full head of steam, the drop kick. But Samoa Joe, of course, it's a triple threat. Eyes, gotta have eyes in the back of your head. Gotta have your head on a swivel. As Finn Balor now, no, Balor able to block. He just bounces off the Samoan submission machine. And now Joe whipped into the corner. Knife edge chop from Balor. And now Balor, again, full head of steam. Drop kick to the side of Joe's head. As the world champ stumbles to his feet, Finn Balor ducks behind, takes him down with a backstabber. And now you can just see the aggressiveness from the demon. He did not take too kindly to being ignored. And now he is unleashing his wrath on both of his opponents. Samoa Joe whipped into the barricade by Balor. And now Joe brought back inside the ring. I mean, this would be, for any of these men in this matchup, a victory would be tremendous. Obviously, for Balor and Joe, they become the world champion. For Cesaro, he retains the title. But more than that, you beat two top challengers like Balor and Joe, or like Cesaro and Balor, or Cesaro and Joe. Oh! Beautiful counter there by Samoa Joe. Now in the corner. Oh, the back elbow enziguri combination. Balor rolls to the outside. But I mean, these are 3 of Monday Night Raw's best. So if you can defeat 2 of them, I mean, you basically are unstoppable. Who is going to step up to challenge you next? I mean, this is going to be a tough situation for all 3 men. As Balor currently just watching on from the outside. Cesaro delivers the boot to the face of Joe. And now Cesaro saying, hey, come in here, demon. Show me what you got. Balor's telling him to bring it on. Cesaro, I think we might see a test of strength here. Cesaro, wait a minute. Finn Balor able to block the suplex attempt by Cesaro. Interesting move. As now Finn Balor, look at the strength of the demon. Like I said, Finn Balor, this is him releasing the restraints. This is him going all out. Evidently, that gives him a little more strength than we would expect from Finn Balor. I mean, it's not too often that somebody can win an exchange of power with Cesaro. And I mean, it'll be interesting to see if he can keep that up for the rest of the match. Wait a minute! Cesaro launches himself to the top rope, belly-to-belly suplex, tossed Finn Balor halfway across the ring, and on the way down even, Cesaro landing on top of Samoa Joe, so taking out both men at once, 2 for the price of 1. Now in the corner, uppercut by Cesaro, and let's begin the uppercut party. As Samoa Joe rolls to the outside, Cesaro bouncing Finn Balor out of the corner. German suplex takes down the demon. And Cesaro saying, let's go. As Balor the counter. Balor grabbed the leg. Balor picked the leg, took him down with a dragon leg screw. As Samoa Joe now climbs up onto the apron. Finn Balor's got Cesaro a boot to the midsection, but Joe is waiting for him. Joe just floored him with a punch to the midsection, dropped him to the canvas. And now the demon's going to go over the top rope, crashing out to the floor. And now with a full head of steam, Samoa Joe, oh, the senton. Running senton crushes the wind out of Cesaro. And it's like I said, you got to have eyes in the back of your head. You could be attacked from anywhere, by any man. As now, again, European uppercut by Samoa Joe. It's not often that somebody can trade uppercuts with Cesaro. But if anybody could do it, it's Samoa Joe. It's now Samoa Joe! To the outside, through the ropes, a suicide dive. Takes out the demon. And now Joe. Oh, the Uranagi. Uranagi by Samoa Joe. And now he's saying he's not playing around. Balor taken out on the outside. Cesaro now. Oh, the uppercut by Cesaro. Well, what did I say about trading uppercuts with this man? Not many can do it. It was a tremendous slugfest at SummerSlam. The crowd at one point chanting, fight forever. The crowd was absolutely loving it. And now, we are picking up where we left off at SummerSlam. Cesaro off the ropes. European uppercut, springboard style. Cover now. 1, 2, and Cesaro. Not quite yet. He's not going to walk away with the title that easily. And now here we go. The slugfest resumes. Punches, uppercuts, jabs, you name it. Everything but the kitchen sink being thrown around in this matchup. Finn Balor currently taken down on the outside after Samoa Joe just risked his body diving to the outside. But this is the ultimate chance while Balor's down. Joe, he's not going to get a better chance than this to potentially walk away with the title. Oh, but Cesaro, the same goes for him. So you have to feel there's a bit of desperation right now as a head scissors by Cesaro. A head scissors sends Samoa Joe under the bottom rope out to the apron. And now Cesaro. Well, he tried to do this to Balor earlier when Balor was fresh. But Samoa Joe taking a bit more damage. Cesaro able to put that power to good use. Suplex him back inside the ring. And now we're going to see the deadlift. Deadlift, gut wrench, suplex. They don't quite make him like Cesaro. You're not going to find too many men with the talent, with the versatility of a man like Cesaro. A man who can go toe-to-toe with giants and match them blow for blow, match them in strength, but then also go up against some of the best high flyers in the business and give them a run for their money. I mean, Cesaro, he's truly one of a kind. There's a reason why He has been the world champion since WrestleMania. But Samoa Joe, they don't make him quite like him either. Samoa Joe, with a full head of steam, had the run up, the face wash, and now the cover. 1, 2, no. Is Samoa Joe, he might not be as fast as Cesaro. He might not go to the top rope, might not take the same kind of risks, but he can certainly make up for it with aggression. And Samoa Joe, mixed martial arts master. Samoa Joe, he can go up with some of the best pure strikers in the business and go toe-to-toe with them. Samoa Joe, one of the best in his... I mean, each one of these men, they have a certain kind of strength that they specialize in, and that's what they got to try to work with. Samoa Joe might just be his strikes. Oh my God, what a slap to Balor. Of course, there's no love lost between these three men. Joe certainly wants to try to get that win back from Finn Balor, as well as Cesaro. But Finn Balor now with the knife edge chops. Finn Balor, he's going to try to go toe-for-toe with Samoa Joe in a battle of strikes. Oh, but he's going to change up his game plan a little bit here. That's probably smart. Oh, reverse DDT. Reverse DDT off the middle rope by Finn Balor. Is that going to put Joe away? The cover. 1, 2. No. Cesaro was taken out by those devastating knees from Joe. So now it's Balor's opportunity to strike. Balor, he's got Joe one-on-one. This is the environment you want in a triple threat. You want to neutralize the chaos. As right now Finn Balor got Samoa Joe up top. Oh, but Joe, wait a minute, Joe's up top? Samoa Joe, well, I just said that he doesn't take risks. But when the time calls for it, Samoa Joe will risk his body as he got him with the kick off the top rope, and now he's lining up the Chimeraplex, the three-headed beast. Here it is, the third, the trifecta. 1, 2, no. A kick out by Finn Balor. Unbelievable. The Demon looks straight in the face of a Chimera and just shrugs it off like nothing. But now Samoa Joe, that's not all he's got in his arsenal. He will continue to strike away a knife edge chop, but Finn Balor's chops back. Finn Balor will not back down. There's another knife edge chop from Joe. A jab. But Balor, again, now it's a slugfest between Balor and Joe. These two picking up where they left off 2 weeks ago. Like I said, that matchup ended on a roll-up. Their business is unfinished. That was hardly the extent of what they could offer. And now, Samoa Joe brings him back to the corner. Balor blocks a chop. Balor the punch. Balor now, snapmare, Joe goes down. Drop kick from Balor. Who's gonna win, the Demon or the Machine? Cesaro still down on the outside. It's Finn Balor now, has Samoa Joe, reverse STO, face first into the middle turnbuckle. Samoa Joe's out cold. Samoa Joe's out like a light. Finn Balor springs to the top rope. This is his chance. He could be looking to put Joe away. Coup de no! That will not be the final shot. Joe, able to dodge it. Another slap to Finn Balor. But Balor, the boot to the midsection. Balor, sling blade. Balor will not back down. Balor will not let Joe take the upper hand. And these two continue to trade shots. Where do they find this energy this late in the matchup? And Samoa Joe, no. Finn Balor, he's going on the attack now. A knife edge chop, down goes Joe. Just look at Finn Balor, look at the aggressiveness. Drop kick now in the corner. Drop kick in the turnbuckle. Finn Balor. I mean, what is it going to take to put this match away? Down goes Samoa Joe to the outside. Finn Balor over the top rope now. Finn Balor risking his body to take out Samoa Joe. Tope con hilo, but now the world champ is back. Cesaro's back inside the ring, and he's telling Balor to bring his A game. Balor back inside the ring, and now it's the Demon and the Swiss Superman staring each other down. Who's gonna strike first? Who is gonna blink? Balor tried to strike first, but Cesaro shrugged him off. But Balor blocked Cesaro's shot. Joe is down. And now it's Balor and Cesaro one-on-one. This matchup has been brewing for the last several weeks. Balor, this is what he wanted. To go one-on-one with the best on this brand. The world champ. As now, Cesaro pulls him right back into an uppercut. Balor. No! Counters. And now Finn Balor. Pele kick. A Pele kick from Finn Balor. Cesaro stumbles to his feet, but he's out of it. Finn Balor looking to capitalize. Turns him inside out. What a suplex from Balor. And now Balor again. Balor again, the aggression. Straight right hands to the face. And now Cesaro goes, oh no. Thought Balor was going to send him over the top rope, but instead he pulled him back into a chop. And now he's going to that place. He's letting the demon take over. What does he have in store for Cesaro? Nothing. He's got nothing in store because Cesaro counters and a big boot. Big boot. Might have just caved his face in. The painted face of Finn Balor met with the boot of the Swiss Superman, and now Cesaro drops him out to the apron. Drops him out to the apron, now what? Cesaro in the corner, you've got to be kidding me, Cesaro! Deadlifts him into a Falcon Arrow from the apron. Unbelievable strength by Cesaro, but now he's gonna follow it up with a Shawn Michaels-like elbow. An elbow drop that would make the Heartbreak Kid proud is now the cover. 1, 2, no! Not enough. This match will continue. And again, the desperation gotta be setting in. You gotta strike while the iron is hot. You gotta strike while Samoa Joe is down on the outside while it's just a one-on-one affair. Is Balor looking for a suplex? No. Blocked by Cesaro. Knife edge chop now. But Balor chops back. Uppercut now by Cesaro. Balor tried to take a strike, but he's clearly out of it. The strikes have leveled him. He might have a concussion for all we know. And now, inverted Alabama slam. Inverted Alabama slam by the world champ. Balor. Still able to get to his feet, though, but I don't know for how much longer because Cesaro gonna drop him with the neck breaker. Drops him on his knee. Hooks the leg. This match is not over. How is Balor still in this? Cesaro now grabs him by the legs, drags him to the center of the ring, and I think the king is about to go a-swinging. Balor going for the ride as the world champ takes him around and around and around and around and around. And once again, the world champion has just swung his opponent into oblivion, but Balor comes back out of oblivion. And now, he's going on the attack. Not even off balance. Balor, the adrenaline flowing through his veins. Unbelievable that he could just get swung around that many times and still go back on the attack. So quickly afterwards. Cesaro can't keep up. 1, 2, no. But Cesaro able to hang on. He might not be able to keep up, but he's able to kick out, and that's what matters. Cesaro the punch now. Finn Balor whipped into the corner. Cesaro the shoulder to the midsection, and again. And now Balor's up top. Balor's up top. Cesaro lighting him up. But no, Balor gets the knee. Balor the knee to the face. And now Cesaro. Cesaro can barely stay on his feet. Finn Balor tosses him over the top rope. Finn Balor's going to join him now on the apron. Oh, but Cesaro the shot. Cesaro the shot. Drops Balor. Oh, and a moonsault. Moonsault off the apron to the floor. But wait a minute. Up at the stage now. Who the hell are they? Who the hell are these guys? Well, Samoa Joe is being targeted by these two behemoths. Well, Dolph Ziggler said that security was on the lookout for Triple H. I don't know how two guys like this managed to slip through, but clearly they're not Triple H. I didn't think that Triple H... Well, clearly he had another trick up his sleeve. I didn't think that he would send two other guys to do his bidding. If they even are. Maybe they're acting of their own accord. I don't know. We don't have proof, but they've taken out Samoa Joe. They've taken out Samoa Joe. Cesaro trying to take them out. Try to save this matchup. No, wait, who... What? Cassius Ohno! Cassius Ohno just laid out Finn Balor. But Cesaro doesn't see the interference. Cesaro... Oh, my God. Balor has just been knocked out. KO'd by the knockout artist. And Cesaro didn't see the interference. Cesaro was too busy with the two behemoths at the stage, too busy trying to save Samoa Joe. He didn't see the interference from Cassius Ohno. The demon has been laid out. Cesaro finally able to dispose of the second man. Joe is out. But Cesaro has no idea. Cesaro trying to preserve the integrity of this matchup. Little does he know he's about to put Balor away after Balor was just attacked. Oh, the neutralizer. Not this way. I mean, Cesaro has no idea what he's doing, but not this way. The cover. 1, 2, 3. And Cesaro retains the world title after the interference by Cassius Ohno. And these two men, well, here you see on the replays, Cesaro coming to the aid of Samoa Joe, trying to preserve the integrity of this matchup. But while he was distracted, Cassius Ohno jumped the barricade and laid out Finn Balor. What the hell is going on? Well, Triple H, I don't know if any of these men were working for him. I have a feeling they might have been. But either way, this matchup did not go off with a hitch like Ziggler had planned. There may have been no direct interference from Triple H, but there was interference nonetheless. Cesaro has no idea, though. I mean, Cesaro, he didn't see the interference from Cassius Ohno. He has no idea that this victory has been tainted. Balor and Joe come up short tonight thanks to outside interference. And the world champion Cesaro, his reign will continue. Well, thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of time. I'll see you in the next one.